better, Dennis.
Suck it. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another fabulous episode of the Triple T for Knife Makers podcast. I'm with my dickhead host, Jerid Sandoval of Echo Blades, and I am Denis Tyrell Knifeworks. How are you all doing today?
Oh, we're doing really good, Dennis. Thanks for asking. We couldn't wait for you to ask how we're doing. I didn't know this was a Q&A.
Okay, I will be auditioning new hosts starting next week.
And I'll be starting a brand new podcast. I kind of miss you. I kind of miss you.
You son of a bitch.
Oh, dude. Although we did have a great weekend, didn't we? We hung out. We went to Blade Show. Oh, that was Lawrence.
Yeah,
my bad. Yeah, that was Lawrence. My fault.
Okay, so let's start. Tell me all about Blade Show.
Yeah, it was fantastic. It was very, 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 very fun time. The show itself, to me, this is my opinion, no one else's. It was, and I don't know if it was because I wasn't behind the table. Maybe it's just where I'm at in my making and all this crap, but it was an entirely different experience. I really enjoyed being able to just go and check tables out and talk to people, walk down the aisle, see what caught my eye, go, met a bunch of people that way, like, just heading down the aisles and then something catching my eye and then start chatting people up. That was probably my most enjoyable, personally. There was a lot of highlights, but I think I really, 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 really saw some things that interest me in the path that I'm on. But the vibe was super cool. Like everybody was super friendly. Yeah, like
selling.
Yeah, I guess it's because nobody's not. It's not that anybody's ever been a real dick at any of the shows, but like it just had a good vibe. It seemed like people were moving knives, like buyers were in the building. Wasn't I actually pretty much almost everybody I talked to was saying that they were having by the end of it anyways. Some guys had a good Saturday, some had a good Friday. But it was cool, dude. Fort Worth was I don't know, it was kind of
careful, you're gonna get some Texas hate mail.
Oh yeah, no, there wasn't anything bad. I don't know what I expected, but it was just, I guess, different. I don't know, like
different.
Yeah, like downtown wasn't so downtowny to me from all the downtowns that I've been to, but it was cool. The weather was a trip though. It was fucking 85 on Friday, and then Saturday it was like high 40s, rainy and windy as hell. It was a trip.
Oh.
That's a big ass swing.
I swear, every time I've gone to the Texas show twice, and the weather was phenomenal every time I've gone. Just beautiful.
When I was in, I don't remember when I went, but when I went for a week last year, it was like perfect. But they had said it, it'd just been like super hot or muggy, and then like they're just it's bipolar weather. So
yeah, well, that's good. So, what was your favorite part of the show?
That's a really lame question.
Come on, my wife asked me this question after like every trip. What was your favorite part? So that's why I'm asking you. What was your favorite part?
Well, I have a list of like 10 things here, so I think.
So number one on your list would be your favorite part.
But they're like mixed together because there isn't really a major highlight. I think probably the Maker Spotlight was probably the coolest thing for me. And then that was my personal one, but I think for me it was checking in and seeing the handful of listeners that we had kind of show up and track me down. That was, I want to say uncomfortable, but it was a very cool feeling to walk through the crowd and just have somebody scream, you know, hey, Jerid, you know, somebody's chasing me down, calling me gay. I mean, Canadian for my, for my vest. Somebody, you know, saying, hey, they like what we're doing. You know, to me, that was really, really, really cool. But
Very cool.
I think, I mean, amongst all of them, there's that, our maker spotlight.
What do you mean our maker spotlight? What do you mean?
My makers, my pick for the spotlight.
Oh, for this
That
week.
was, yeah, that was super cool. And then I just lost my train of thought. Gosh dang it.
I don't think it's really a train. It's more of a slow moving bus. But
every now and again there, Tyrell. Every now and again. That was a good one. Yeah, it was cool. I can't think of what I was going to say. I can't think of what I was going to say.
You had two jobs. You had to go get some good barbecue, and I wanted you to go to Alicia White's. I don't know how to say his first name. Elijah, because I look at the spelling and it doesn't look like that. But Elijah White's table and do the little hand thing, and I wanted to see a video, and I haven't.
Oh shit! He did send me one. I did it.
I didn't see a I won post, so I'm guessing you didn't.
I did not win. He was very kind with his encouraging words of me being a bitch and not being able to squeeze that thing.
Which one? The 100-pound one?
The I think it was 250. Yeah. I got the one right below it, like, I mean, almost touching, and that I had already blown my wad though on the big one.
Could he do it?
Yeah.
Serious?
Swear.
Man.
Don't mess with that kid. That was an impressive table too. That young man is kicking serious ass. I mean, he's beautiful work, good representation at the table. Had a bunch of stuff going on. If you did, I guess if you squeeze one of the less one, you got to go pick some stuff out of a bucket for some handle material that was really cheap. He was selling strops. It was really cool. But no, I did not do it. He recorded it. I do have a video. But I tried really hard.
It on the triple T IG.
I really tried. And I thought I was a lot closer than I was when until I saw the video. And that was not close.
I actually met him now, I guess it was 4 years ago at Blade, Texas. I think he was there with his father and recognized me, and then I think we ended up chatting as they were closing down. I think we chatted for, God, it felt like almost an hour, just standing in the aisle. He didn't have a table or anything, and he was really new back then. I remember he was just starting, so that's awesome that he's now got a table and selling knives at Blade Show. That's really cool,
dude. There was a handful of people that are, you know, in my wheelhouse of years making, younger, you know, newer makers that stepped out and did it. Brent from Crosspeen. Brent, if I'm off with how long you've been making, I don't know. Sorry, but that was his first shot at a table. Had a great setup. Always good to hang out and talk with that guy. He did really well. I'm going to draw a blank now because I need to remember, but Elijah's table was great. Who else? Eric Rivers. They had that.
Oh yeah, he had a table,
dude. And then Matt. Matt was there. Matt Rich. He wasn't at the table when I stopped by, and I fucking never got to go back and meet him. I was looking forward to meeting for the first time, but I didn't get to.
Oh, it's too bad. He's a good dude.
Yeah,
I had dinner with him last time I was there.
Yeah, he's cool. I love what he does, and you know, good content and stuff. So that was a bummer. I did realize that the next day that I didn't really get to get back with him, and I didn't get any barbecue.
Yeah. That was the second job you had is to go and have some barbecue, and you didn't. So epic failure from Jerid. Go to
Yeah.
Texas and not have barbecue.
I had tacos.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Well, you better watch your mouth. My taco meter was fucking at danger level
Danger
0,
level.
and that brought me right back up to good. So
Were they decent tacos?
yeah, it was good. So we got to go out with Micah from MD Edgeworks, and he was super gracious enough to let Lawrence and I kind of like home base at his table, drop our stuff off, and on Saturday night he said that they were going out they've had this experience where they went to a bar one time during the show, after the show, and they found like this taqueria where this older lady kind of like it does these satellite pop-ups at different bar locations, and then serves tacos from like 7 to 2 in the morning. And they were able to track her down. And they were good. Homemade tortillas. Like it was good. It was decent. It was a good time. We had a blast. We had a blast. So, but that was pretty much it. Oh no, I did go to a good breakfast place called the Old Pancake House. And this, we go in there, and their thing is like German pancakes.
What's a German pancake?
I don't know.
Made with attitude? Like, what does that mean?
Yeah, I don't know. They're big at it's a pancake house, so they had like their short stack was like 15 pancakes or something stupid. Like it was, but it was a cool ass like old vibe type of place, like stuck in the 70s and 80s kind of vibe. 24 hours, old coffee cups. The coffee was ass, like it was beautiful. And I go there and I'm looking through the menu and trying to decide what I want, and I asked this lady, what the hell did she say? I have it written down in here. I go, oh, what is that? It was like these little mini pancakes with fruit and whipped cream and shit all over them. And she's like, oh yeah, baby, that's the baby Dutch platter, a baby Dutch platter sampler platter. I was like, yes, we want one of those right now. I was saying baby Dutch platter sampler, baby Dutch sampler.
She told me you had an appetizer at a breakfast place. Is that what this is?
It was a pancake breakfast appetizer.
But it's an appetizer?
That's what they sell an appetizer for their baby Dutch platter sampler. They were fire. They were so good. And then I couldn't fucking make up my mind what I wanted: chicken fried steak or eggs Benny. And I had baby Dutch platter waitress make my decision for me.
Oh, and what was the decision?
She came back with Benedict.
Oh,
so you can't win. You can't lose with that. But the breakfast was good. It was really cool. We enjoyed that.
That was with Lawrence?
That was with Lawrence, yeah.
Yeah. How's Mr. Lawrence?
He's good, man. So what I've learned is that if you have the opportunity to hang out with Lawrence, our beautiful sponsor and friend from Maritime Knife Supply, you're basically walking around with the president of the community. I mean, literally, like I watched that guy do his thing all weekend, and it was very cool to watch. He knows how to treat the customers right. Like his whole thing is, his customers are on the other side of the table, right? So he hooked all these people, handing out, microfiber cloths and steel, and just, it was fucking really cool to see him in action. And that's why we go to Maritime Knife Supply for all of our knife making needs, because he is not only the president, but he's
also a customer.
He's also a client.
The hair club for knife makers.
He probably needs it a little bit, but
that's the only thing that tells Lawrence and I apart. If he's wearing a hat, I think we're pretty identical. But if he takes his hat off, that's what gives it away.
That's what it is, man. Yeah, it's for sure. all the steel abrasives, machines, folder materials for all you folder nerds out there, like my buddy Denis here. He's got it all: belts, abrasives. Got the best deal on the new Razor Stars going right now.
Absolutely. I got a bunch because now I'm, thanks to Lawrence's support, I am sponsored by Norton. So Razor Stars are the jam. I love those things. So yeah, definitely get them at Maritime Knife Supply.
The cat's ass.
Yeah, they're several cat's asses.
Mm-hmm. They'll go through several cat's asses, that's for sure.
Yeah. We were kicking those over the past week. Have been using the hell out of them. So
yeah,
I'm still waiting for my steel order, which should come.
well, he was busy this week. Yeah, chill out.
It was already shipped. So
chill out, dude. Don't talk about my buddy like that.
He's got employees. He's got people. He's got people to do that stuff.
Yeah, he does. But yeah, man. So that was cool. That was, again, too many highlights to mention. But hanging out with Lawrence, watching him do his thing, cruising the event. But we were fucking whooped, man. We got in on. I left Thursday afternoon, and at like a 6:30 flight. So here in the Bay Area, a 6:30 flight at SFO. You need, like, I'm the worst. Like, I don't ever want to be at the airport super early. You know that, right? I always
we're always at
uncomfortable. Yeah, but it's not. I don't necessarily like to just sit there and do nothing. But I got there about 3 hours early because if you're 2 hours away, you could take every bit of 2 hours in the afternoon trying to get there. So I made sure I got in early, plugged in, worked for a couple hours while I was waiting, and then he the way it was going to work out was he was going to get there like a couple hours before me, but then he started giving me these updates, and he's like, well, thanks to Air Canada, my first flight's delayed, and then he's like giving me these play-by-play updates, and it almost turned out to where his first flight got delayed, and it almost turned out that it was going to be so late that he wasn't going to be able to catch his connection. And then the next flight would have been the next day until the connecting flight got delayed as well, and he was able to do it. So he ended up showing at the time that I was supposed to arrive.
Well, that was convenient.
Yeah, but then my fucking plane got delayed because someone broke the shitter.
Was it you?
No, I hadn't got on the plane yet. I didn't even have an opportunity.
Did you have too many tacos even before you got on the plane?
I did have a burrito before I left. Burrito meter was full. But yeah, they were like, okay, we're about to board in 50. Nope, never mind. Cancel that. We have a laboratory issue here. Yeah. And they're like, well, if they can't fix the shitter, we're going to have to switch planes. And I'm like, what? I mean, it's like a 2.5 hour flight, guys. You hold it together. Like, unless there was like little like shit flying out of the plane or something. I don't know how bad it was. But
well, you don't know if somebody's turtling when they get on. So
yeah, that's true. There's other ones. So I got delayed an hour and a half, and then I didn't end up getting in until like after 1 o'clock in the morning, and then Uber over there. By the time we fucking wrapped it all up, it was like 3:30 in the morning.
Oof.
It was pretty brutal.
3:30 local time?
Their time, yeah.
Okay. So you're 3 local time. So it's like 1:30 for you.
Yeah.
No.
But I mean, we still got to.
Yeah.
Being on local time, we still had to get up.
Sure.
Which we took it easy, but yeah. And then this is my good buddy Lawrence telling me that the show doesn't open until 12:30. So we had plans to go do some cool shit, and we're in the middle of doing that cool shit. And I think Micah texted me, did you guys get in? And I'm like, we're nowhere near getting in here. I thought the show opened at 12. He's like, no, it was at 10. So we were about 3 hours late to get in there, but we did go and shoot a bunch of guns. I got to shoot some fully autos for the first time.
So whose idea was that? Was that Lawrence's idea or yours?
No, that was his.
I didn't know he was a gun guy.
I don't think he is. I think he just, when in Rome, do as the Romans kind of thing, right? So got his big cowboy hat on, and we were out there it was fun. It was good. I haven't been in a long time. I was kind of ashamed of myself, but at any rate, the full autos, I'd never had the opportunity to do that. So we shot some really cool stuff. It was fun.
Very cool. I'll have to take Parker to that next time.
Yeah. I will be going back. I will be going back. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
Um,
Yeah,
and
but I
then-
think skipping at least the first hour is smart, because the first time I went to Texas, I stood in that line. That was dumb, because I'm not a collector. I wasn't there to collect. I wasn't racing to the production booth. Standing in line for an hour and a half was just dumb. You're better off showing up at 11 and just walking in.
yeah, it was perfect for us. There was zero line. We dropped off your knife to get the pictures taken, and then we went in and still whooped though. So we kind of just got the lay of the land, checked out some stuff. Then we ended up going to dinner with Coy, his beautiful wife, Grayson from Gray Blades, Josh from Primitive Woodsman. Went to a fancy little steakhouse and got our, stuffed our faces with some really, 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 really awesome steaks. That was pretty enjoyable. It was a great time.
Nice.
Appreciate the invite, Coy. And then they were going to go out and start to do their thing, and I said negative. And Lawrence I were probably out by like 10 o'clock that night, 10:30. Whooped. And then
So you guys didn't, when they do the awards are
they did
Friday?
it that night. Yeah.
Oh, so you guys didn't see them.
Nope. Oh, fuck. I'm going to do a disservice. Sorry, Lawrence. So Lawrence needs me to wrap myself out here. So here's the deal. We have reservations at 7 o'clock. It's like 6:45. We start heading down, and we have, I'm like, that'll be fine. 15 minutes, go down, grab an Uber. And then he's like, "Are you sure you want an Uber?" And I'm like, "Yeah, dude. I looked at the fucking thing up, and I'm whooped. Right, been walking around all day and tired." And I go, "Dude, it says it's like a 20-minute walk." I'm like, "That's about 15 minutes past how much I want to actually walk." So we get we call in the Uber. It says it's 12 minutes away. So I'm like, "All right, we're gonna be like a little late, but it's gonna be right on time." Halfway through that, like 5 minutes left, the fucking Uber cancels the ride. I'm like, what the fuck? So I try to get another one, and now I can't confirm a ride. He goes and grabs one, finally gets it. It's another 12-minute thing. And then he's lagging. We go down, 5 blocks or something like that in the city to the Del Fresco's. And we get there, and I'm like, oh yeah, hey, we got meeting some people here. Coy, blah, blah, blah. They're like, nobody by that name. Baker?
You're at the wrong one.
Baker? Yeah. Yeah. No, nobody by that name. I'm like, what the fuck? And they're like, oh, well, there's another Del Fresco's right down the street. And I'm like, how in the hell do you have like the only other time I've ever eaten this place was in downtown Manhattan. Like it's a nice restaurant, right? But apparently Dallas or Fort Worth has 2 of them within 10-minute walks of each other.
Jeez.
So then we end up fucking walking from this place to the other place, which would have ended up being like a 5-minute walk, like just across the fucking courtyard from the Sheridan, go through a little fountain area to the Hilton. And that's where,
that's really close.
Oh, yeah. And Lauren, he was fucking pissed. He called me everything short of a lazy fat bastard. And we were like a half an hour late. So,
but you guys would have walked to the wrong one anyway.
Well, yeah, we would have. But I mean, had we known the right one, it would have been like, it would have worked out perfectly. But yeah, that was a pretty shitty deal. So,
well, you had a story when you got there.
Yeah. And a bunch of apologies. So, like meeting a couple people for the first time, like, hey, I'm here. Let's finally eat. So, yeah. Got a bunch of handle material.
Saw that.
Yeah. I'm gonna put together a really snazzy segmented handle thing. Not quite sure I want to say, but
what do you mean?
I don't want to know if I want to say what it is, but it's gonna be super cool.
Oh, okay. Keeping me in the dark, huh?
Yeah. All of you guys. What else?
What? That's it?
No, I'm trying to go through. Oh, fuck. So I ended up getting a hammer.
Oh yes, this is very cool.
Yeah. So I was walking by and Windburn Forge, the guys that do the swords. And I walk by, I see this fucking, like their style hammer sitting on the thing. I'm like, I didn't know you guys did that. So I'm talking with Dale and we're just, bullshitting back and forth. I'm like, this is fucking really cool. And it's, it's like a dwarven dog head, something or other. It's got all this cool etching and shit on it. And so I started bullshitting with him. And yeah, we work out a pretty cool deal. And I walked away with a fucking hammer. And I think this community is incredibly awesome that we're willing to, do the things that we can do, maybe barter type stuff, So I was super, super pumped and happy to have that thing.
Yeah, it's badass. I'm looking forward to giving it a try.
Yeah. It's got like two spots to, grip on, like a little choked up grip, and then a longer big grip down at the base of the handle for some heavy shit. It's probably heavier than I can actually use. It's like 3.5 pounds.
That's
So
about 2.5 pounds too much.
yeah, I was gonna say I'll be tapping for
Good
sure.
a little tapping.
I'm gonna be tapping just to get it up the anvil.
It is
Oh,
cool. I like I've never seen or used a hammer like that had an angled handle. So and it's a dog's head, right?
it is.
Yeah, with the little back whatever you call the backstop, whatever the flat area on the back, which is nice. You don't often see them dog's heads with those.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. Cool. It sounds like you had a good time.
Yeah, dude, there was all kinds of shit, dude. Like it just endless time. But again, I think the cool one of the really cool was just when we finally got on the second day time to just check out the tables and start talking with people. Met a bunch of new people, that I hadn't heard of. Made a bunch of new, I don't want to say connections, but friends, and saw some really really inspiring stuff. But that was what I was going to say about like the guys that were up there for the first time. Absolutely, completely, 100%. Some of the most inspiration that I've had. Like I think I've shared enough here that my current situation with the day job has kind of handcuffed me with my making time, and it gives me a lot of I don't want to say hope, but like it it does me good to see other people getting after it and putting themselves in that uncomfortable position of like, can I do it? And it reminds me of a conversation I had with one of Brent's friends, John, who like the entire trip back from Atlanta to Florida, he was just like, why don't you have a table? I'm like, I couldn't come up with an answer. Like, you're a knife maker. You're supposed to sell knives, and you're at a knife show. Why don't you have a table? So I've been struggling with that for a long time. But obviously, you need to be able to get inventory. But I was super pumped and just full on behind all these people that were out there just getting after it. So that was super cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a hard time filling a table this year. I don't think I'm going to be bringing very many pieces, but we'll see. I'm already counting down.
Yeah.
But yeah. But as far as what I've been doing for the last week, it's been, since I spoke to you last week, it's been class after class. Christian, who is the infamous uh, I'm not gay, I'm Canadian guy, who Jerid loves. He
Wonderful human being.
Yes.
Wonderful. One top contributor to the podcast without by far.
So he arrived last Wednesday, and so he's here for 7 days. It actually ends up that he's probably going to be here closer to 9 days, because it was looking, we were behind after day 3. We were really behind. We were a full day behind where we wanted to be. So he actually moved his flight But he's going to end up staying for a couple more days, and we're going to do some grinding and some other little tutorial things. But we started with one of the reasons it took a little long. He wanted to do a feather Damascus buoy, beginning to end.
Mm-hmm.
And then he showed me a picture. He said, "Hey, this would be cool." And I looked at it. I'm like, "Yeah, we could do that." And he wanted the feather totally encapsulated in black. Okay, so imagine a feather with black all around it, and then that in the shape of a Bowie knife. So imagine a buoy that's, there's like a black border all around it, and then the feather.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the issue with that is it has to be forged exactly to shape. Perfectly to shape. Because if you want a black border, that means you got to forge the tip. You got to, like we were, where I was envisioning, we're going to forge a little bit of it and then we're going to cut the rest out. But so that took a whole day, half day to just forge the feather after it was done. We ended up fish mouthing the front and then closing it up so you get the black on. Anyway, it took quite a bit more doing. So like it took us 3 days to get the blade profile instead of 2 days. So that's put us a little behind, but I think it's going to come out amazing. So we're ready to do final etch, and we're actually going to be hot salting the guard.
You got him like hand sanding in his hotel or something?
He did some of the hand sanding. I did some of the hand sanding just to get it through, because I didn't I want him to finish this, and I want him to get through some of the techniques. So I said, hey, like after you leave, I'll finish the hand sanding after 220. And so there was a few things that I just took over and did just so we could teach him things, him sitting here and hand sanding by himself for 4 hours is not really worth the time of me teaching him.
Right.
So I helped him out with that. But in the middle of all that, I had another guy come for a class on Friday. And this is someone, I had a woman reach out to me over Christmas, wanted to get her father a gift certificate for a class. And they're from near Bakersfield. So when he arrived, I was like, I don't know exactly. His name was Dan. I don't know exactly how old he is, but he's certainly retired. Like certainly, I'm guessing in the 70-year-old range. And you got to forge, and I was like,
you guys graduated the same year? You're describing you right now.
Yeah.
I think you're capable. What's wrong with Dan?
So he didn't have he came and he didn't have any expectations. Like he didn't, like I guess his daughter didn't tell him what it was going to entail. So when I told him, oh yeah, you're going to be, here's the piece of steel, you're going to be forging a knife, you're going to be doing every one of the steps. And he was a little surprised, and there was some times when I stepped in, but he did great. The knife looks really good.
That's cool.
Ended up the one day course is a little like a petty small chef knife kind of thing.
Sure.
But it was awesome. He did really, really well. And the knife looks amazing. So that was fun having him in the shop. And now he told his daughter, he sent pictures, and then she reached out to me the very next day and said, I'm totally going to book my 3 sons and my husband later this year. So I thought that was cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't going to make anything.
Search, which I thought was bizarre.
Oh, shit, just random.
Yeah. Yeah. But back to Christian. So you came over Sunday, and
I didn't even, you guys were having lunch, so I didn't even go in the shop and check anything out. Huh?
No, yeah, you didn't. But you'll see, I'll post pictures tomorrow. But, you left, whatever. We were talking today, and Christian goes to me and he goes, I don't like, he's like, I'm careful how I talk to people because I don't know how they speak or whatever. And then he said, as soon as Jerid came over, And fuck was the second, every second word out of Jerid's mouth. I feel like I can talk a little freer now.
You're welcome, buddy. I'm here to provide comfort for everybody.
And I laughed and I said, "Oh yeah, we're going to talk about that on the podcast tonight."
That's funny. Yeah,
Um,
that's funny. Yeah, I guess that's a fair stance to have when you're at somebody else's place. And
yeah, and of course I get that all the time because people, I'm so straight laced on the YouTube, and then
I think you're abundantly full of energy and chipper.
you're such an ass. That's Jerid being a dick, by the way.
Oh, my bad.
Just in case you didn't know. But
No,
I did get the best compliment from Christian the other day, and he said, "Oh yeah, I don't want to blow your head up, but he said he's had classes with Lynn Ray,
who
Kevin
I've met.
Cashin, Kevin Cashin,
Okay,
and he said of all of them, he said I was the best teacher.
cool.
Yeah, at
I
least
don't agree, but whatever. No,
at least the most enjoyable class to be in.
that's cool.
Is
No,
what he
that's
said.
really cool, man. That's cool.
I was blown away by that compliment. So
Yeah.
thank you, Christian.
Yeah, I don't know. Lynn Ray was a fucking sweetheart of a dude, man. Like I really enjoyed the time I got to chat with him. I don't know how you're
Yeah.
cooler than him, but you didn't say cooler. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
No, I think to be honest with you though, like not that Cashin or Lynn Ray are better or worse in any capacity. It is completely about the connection that the teacher and the student have.
Absolutely.
There's different people receive information in different ways, and when you find somebody that can, that speaks your language in that way, that's where the magic happens, right?
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just sorry, Christian, that it has to be Denis.
You know what we did use a lot this past 7 days?
Tell me.
The magical two Basterds straight peen hammer.
Yes.
We use the hell out of that thing. That is the one that did all the work when we were trying to make that feather into a buoy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, you need yourself a hammer. You go talk to Frank and Nita at Two Basterds, Texas Smithy and Supplies. You get yourself one of those fat peen hammers because they are the cat's ass.
They are definitely. And I had the wonderful, wonderful pleasure of getting to hang out and have some really cool conversations with Frank and Nita. Well, they were at the show. He's just a hoot.
Oh, he's
a hoot.
He's 3 hoots.
Yeah. Like it's not a dull moment. There's no, weird pauses in your conversations. Like he's the shit, dude. I love that guy. And we're so grateful to have him, support the show in the way that he does. And, how could you not love a guy that brings all the peens on the scene? It's just, it's incredible. As you're giving him a hug and a handshake and, it's good to see you. You're like, you get him, you got to get past fucking 15 fucking guns, knives, hammers, fucking kilt, like, hey.
Was he rocking the kilt?
Yeah. One day he had it. Yeah. So super cool, man. Good to see you, Frank, Anita. Like always a pleasure. I'm happy that we got to actually hang out a bit more at Blade. It was, what in Atlanta, it was kind of, that's just all, all gas, no pedal there. Break. All gas.
Like,
all
what?
Gas, no break. Yeah. All pedal, no pedal. Yeah. So that was really cool, man. And he's got a couple things in the cooks for us. So hang tight. Yeah. Really cool.
Nice. Well,
yeah. Because you know what we always say, Denis?
I know what we say.
Tell me.
Ain't it grand to have a fat peen in one's hand?
That's right.
Or two's hands. I don't know.
It's two's, yeah. Three's hands. All the damn hands.
And of course, you got to hang out with the man with the steel, the bearded steel wizard, Mr. Coy Baker from Baker Forge and Tool. If you want to have some impressive looking knives, you got to move over and check out some steel from Baker Forge. This week is the Oh yeah, I was like, that's last week's. The Elite Coppermine drops, Ripple, Rainbow, and Wavy. Very nice. So go check them out. If there are any left, go grab them up, use the app. And when you're ready to etch that, make sure you're using that gator piss. And we got
Hit
something
them.
special on the horizon.
Hit them.
Hit them, get them.
Hit them with it.
Now, for those that are moving into stainless, because you know that stainless is coming from Baker Forge, of course, you can get Gator Piss Max. This is like they're using both nipples on the gator for that stuff. I don't know.
Both the nipples? Yes.
I guess that's how they get the max. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they ain't getting it with one. That's for sure, son.
Right. And then how do they get gator piss heavy? Is that like the fat gators? Like,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yep. That's the big pin they go to.
Right. But gator piss heavy is a new offering. Coy brought some up with us. Down, up, left. I don't know. When he came up to see us, he brought us some of the gator, both of them, but some of the gator piss heavy, and that's great for you guys doing things like sandmai, or you just want to etch something for a stone wash. You just want to make some mono steel really dark. That's what the heavy
dark.
is awesome for.
Yeah.
So especially if you're doing, I mean, I do it a lot. If you're doing like AEBL stainless and you want to stonewash it, the heavy is the shit. That's what you want.
Yep. We got to see Jordan's from JB Blades. He had that
folder,
that stainless that he was working on, and he was showing. Fucking sweet, dude.
Yeah.
Just absolutely sweet. So that stuff's coming. I think they put out a video reel last week. I think we expect that early spring as a release that's coming out. So cool stuff coming out of them. Always innovating, always on to the next thing. You know, if you're into innovation, then for sure go check out Coy and the boys at Baker Forge and Tool. Use the discount code TTT10, that's TTT10, for 10% off of that cart that you slammed full of all kinds of shit. And if you can't wait, then I'd suggest that you download the Baker Forge and Tool app, because then at that time you can get a early access to the drops before everyone else. So if you're not on the app, you're probably not getting the steel that you want. So you got to jump on that and go do it. So
get on it.
Yes. And I had a wonderful time. It was so cool to, I felt like it was more of a goodbye this time from him leaving a couple weeks ago, knowing I was going to see him in a few, so we got to hang tight for a few months, but always good to see him and all the people there. It was just him and the wife.
Yeah.
But
He didn't have an
really
entourage.
Cool. No, just I guess there's always he carries a crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think all the boys were back doing their thing. Yeah,
it is Texas after all. You gotta have a posse.
Yeah. Oh, shit, that was one of the fucking coolest things that happened. That was one of the coolest things. It's unfortunate that it did happen, but so I think it was Saturday. We're like mid show, and then we get a announcement over the loudspeaker, and it's like, attention everybody, sorry to inform you, but we've confirmed that someone's in this building is stealing knives. And then everybody, ooh, and then it's like, if you find him, go ahead and do whatever you want with him. I was like, fuck yeah.
What, they just announced over the loudspeaker that someone was stealing knives and that's it?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't know who, but somebody probably reported some shit missing, right? And so they were telling everybody, keep an eye out, and if you catch that fucker, go ahead and do whatever the hell you want with him. Wow. I thought that was cool. It wasn't like, bring him in, report us, blah, blah, blah. We'll try him to the fullest extent of the law. And
this is Texas, man. People can like concealed carry like crazy, open carry.
Oh yeah, it's plenty of that. You know what's funny? I'm from California, and I felt safer. I saw a lot of that, and I just no metal detectors going through. No, like it just entirely different vibe than here. In a very cool way. So Yeah, I thought that was hilarious though. Do what you want with them. I was like, yeah, everybody's get him.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking cool.
Oh,
Um,
so I do want to talk a little bit about the Triple T this week, which you probably didn't watch.
I did not. This one I did not.
I didn't think you were going to watch. Even if you were thinking about it, you would have saw the title. You'd be like, "No, I'm out."
Oh, really?
I knew this one was going to be a very select audience, but our buddy Rick gave me a call, and he's like, "Man, these fucking calculations to do the size of the mosaic." So he was trying to gauge. I'm not going to go through the whole video, but basically, when you tile a mosaic, the last part where you do the tiles, you remember that when we did it?
Oh, my bad. I don't know what happened there. I'm so sorry. I fell asleep. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
A few moments later.
So when you remember that part, when you tile,
yes,
and then you have to draw it out. Well, if you don't prepare the size of the billet beforehand, when you draw it out, it's just going to stretch the fuck out of it and it'll look like shit. You usually want to get back to square.
Okay.
Well, he was like, how do I do how tall do I make this? And I'm like, I could math the shit out of that and I could probably come up with a spreadsheet for you. And he's like, yeah, do it. And he basically challenged me. I'm like, fine, I'm going to make a video and provide a spreadsheet that people can use. They can just plunk in the numbers. I have my thing is this wide. I want it's this thick. I want it this thick at the end. Here's the width. Tell me what the height is going to be. So I put this little calculator together and worked great. It took me like 2 hours to get all the math right, honestly.
Did you just do like a Martian reference with math the shit out of it?
Yes, I did.
I know. That's good.
I didn't say science. I said,
I know.
I'm a math major, right?
So I had to dig for that one. Yeah, I like that.
Well, it's like fucking grade 9 math. It's not like it was a challenge.
That's about 5 grades more. That's another thing, you damn Canadians. All weekend I was bullshitting with Lawrence, and he's telling me, when I was in grade 7, I'm like, motherfucker, you were in 7th grade. Like, what is grade 7?
It's how we say it.
Universe primary. I was just like, get out of here, dude. You're in preschool, elementary, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade. It was funny. A lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways,
back to my story.
Back to your amazingly entertaining story. Go ahead.
No, the interesting part was for me is I wanted to supply this spreadsheet, but I can't just throw it on the website somewhere. At least I don't know how with my website builder to just put a file up there that people can download. So of course I can give it to my patrons, but I wanted everybody. I should have put it up for free for patrons, and then it would have made people go to my Patreon. But
then you would have lost that listener that we had last week. Right. Or that viewer, right? That guy, right. You have to be a patron to get anything from Denis.
But what I did was I put it on the shop section of my website for $0. But the genius part of this is now I'm seeing all these like GoDaddy announcements of people buying it. So now I have all your data. Sorry, people. I can now, you're on my mailing list now. So I thought that was, oh man, that was actually really smart. So now I have all the marketing data for everyone that bought one, or Patreon members who just got it from Patreon.
I would have rather you not said that, because now you're like, I'm Google Tyrell, stealing all your information.
Hey, come on, the information's gonna get captured. You buy something off a website, but it was good. I was surprised how many people have gotten it off the website. Like we're in the 20 or 30 people already. Which is way more than I thought we're going to be pulling down a calculator to figure out mosaic tiles. But yeah,
there's some ambitious people there.
But yeah, that was cool.
That's cool. That is cool. Thank you. Another wonderful service you're providing for our community. We all thank you, Denis. Thank you so much.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I will watch it. I just didn't watch it.
What else is going on in the shop? The Nickel Storm Bowie knife is making good progress. Figured out the curved fuller, so got that done. It's all heat treated, so now I'm on to final grinding, and yeah. So looking for. I'd love to get that mostly done before I go to Seattle, so I can bring it showed to Dave. But I don't know if I'm going to get it done. But I hope so. I might start doing some Instagram posts on that thing.
Nice. Did you post the knife that you made that I got pictures of?
Yeah. On Instagram, I don't think I did Did I? I don't remember. I did the video of it because that's the one I did the etching Damascus video.
Oh, that's the other one I didn't watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
I'm sorry.
You should watch that one because you asked me a million questions.
I do. I'm sorry. I give you way too much shit. You're such a sweetheart. You deserve better. I told everybody that I contacted that, we really do. We really are friends. It's not. I mean, nothing changes. It's really like this, but
we must be friends. Hell, why else would I put up with your shit?
It has to be. Yeah, there's no reason why. It's like endless,
Well, it goes both ways. So
yeah. Well, you do, but not, whatever. But the
what?
I need a message for anybody that got that joke. God dang it!
I heard you mumbling. That's all.
Yes. He goes both ways. Okay. All right. Oh man, that's so great. So you know what I did get to do though, and what was amazing to see was as I was cruising through all the tables and stuff, I got to see so many knives with one of our awesome sponsors, Rock Solid Scales, grip tech galore, all throughout the thing. I think one of the coolest parts about that was when we got to like holding other people's knives and seeing how different the finish comes out from table to table to table. It kind of a testament to a process of how you choose to finish stuff and the different results that you can get. All of them are super cool. So if you're looking for a different type of handle material, as well as all kinds of acrylics, stabilized woods, all kinds of stuff, make sure you go check out Rock Solid Scales. Fill up that cart with all that awesomeness, grippy grip, and use the and you can get the discount code T10 for 10% off. That's TTT10 for 10% off. That was really cool. I really enjoyed that.
Cool.
And you know what else was there? A shit ton of pelican paste on everyone's table. There was other people like doing wax, like kind of waxy stuff, but for sure, behind the table, I saw a shit ton of pelican paste. So
was
if you're in the market,
fairy visiting or what?
I don't know. Maybe just everybody filled up their cart and used the discount code T10 and got 10% off those huge orders, and they were ready, stocked and loaded at Blade Show, Texas. Because
there's a lot of smart people in Texas.
They just love orangey citrus fragrance.
Goodness.
On top of that premium wax. So if you're in the market for any premium wax, then go check out Pelican Paste. Travis Haynes at pelicanpaste.com. He's got hard wax, soft wax, pelican oil, hand solved soap, custom tins with your logo on it, if that's what you're into, with providing those little small, I can't remember the weight, but I'm going to say half ounce. Is that, I think it is a half ounce.
It's an ounce. I think it's an ounce.
Is it 1 ounce?
The little ones? I think they're 1 ounce.
Okay. Yeah, because the big ones are 3.5.
Yeah,
I think you're right. Yeah, but he does all that, and yeah, go check out our boy Travis at Pelican Paste.
Get some.
I
still got to get some of that soap off them because my hands are always nasty.
I love mine. Mine's almost gone.
I will be using some of the hard wax after we gator piss and then coffee etch the blade we're working on with Christian tomorrow. So,
very cool.
We're going to get some orange, rock the orange tomorrow.
Nice. Oh, you know what I did get to do is on my way back. Oh, fuck. So we booked a flight home at 7 o'clock on Sunday.
Yeah, that was dumb.
That was stupid. You know what was even more stupider? And stupider is the appropriate word here. Even more stupider than being stupid and getting an early flight on Sunday. We booked an early flight on the Spring Forward Day.
Oh, yes.
So Lawrence and I we were back at the room. We're going to get it early. No, we got to get up early, and we figure it all out. We got to get up at like 4:30 to make everything work. And it's like 11:30, and it was about 11, 10:30 or 11, and I'm talking to my wife on FaceTime, and she's like, "Oh yeah, it's Spring Forward tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh no, you didn't." As soon as we were like all kind of like falling out, and as soon as she said that, like we're just bing up like freaking tweakers and shit, because it was like 12 o'clock. I'm like, Lawrence, dude, we got to fucking shut this thing down because it's actually 1 o'clock now. We're like gonna sleep, an hour or two. So that was shitty. I actually slept on the flight coming home. That's how.
Wow. I never sleep on a flight.
It's never done. It wasn't like a full, like, I don't have the luxury of, closing my eyes and then waking up because they landed, but I did get to break it up with a couple of good power naps. And then I had the wonderful opportunity to stop by and see our buddy Justin at JW Bladeworks. That was really cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, he lives like, I don't know, 10 minutes from the airport. So we were chatting earlier in the week, and I told him, "Hey man, I'm going to be flying in. I'm going to get an opportunity like that works out like that." So I swung by, saw his shop, met him and his buddy Bud, I believe, and got the shop tour, started talking a bunch of stuff, and it's just really cool, man, when you get to expand that local maker. I call it a support group, but that's just because I'm in recovery. But everything's a support group to me. But yeah, so that was really cool, man. He's got some awesome stuff. Kind of talking me through the process of the keyholes, and he's got power hammer. He's got all the fucking cool shit in the shop. Just good dude. Good dudes. Cool stuff. I'm looking forward to for us to get over there and or collab. Not, you know what I'm saying? Just get together here soon.
Yeah, make some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told him I don't know if it's going to be this month, but probably April. I'd like to go over there and we'll make something, figure something out.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, he's a good dude, and he and I might go hunting at some point. We'll see.
Oh, okay. I guess I don't like to hunt, but whatever. Fuck off.
Well, you would need an actual hunting license, doofus.
Well, it's not like they're impossible to get.
Okay, go spend your 8 hours at Bass Pro and take the course, and then come back and talk to me when you have your hunting license.
I'll just go fishing. It's all good.
Okay. See, I figured.
Yeah, that was cool though. That was really cool. Did I tell you about the time that Lawrence made me walk 15 blocks to go get a cup of coffee?
No.
Well,
was the coffee that good?
No.
Don't they have coffee shops on every corner like they do here?
Well, if you ask Lawrence, it was within eyeshot of the convention, but I'll tell you what, I was there and I did all the walking, and it was like at least 15 miles.
There's a Starbucks right across from the convention.
Yeah, but if you're hanging out with freaking the hockey fan from Canada, he doesn't like that stuff. So
well,
it was a good cup of coffee, but it was only like 3 blocks. But the whole time that was probably
before or after the debacle of getting to dinner.
This was the next day. Yeah, like we were in the middle of the show, and he's like, I think we were talking to Seth Lopez, and he looked in his cup, and something tickled his fancy, because then he's like, "Hey, where'd you get that coffee?" And he's like, "Come on, Jerid, let's go." I'm like, that was probably the biggest bitch I was that whole day. That during that walk, he was probably sick and tired of me. That was pretty good.
Yeah, he probably needed a little pick me up after listening to you all day, all night.
Yeah, there's not. He's a saint. He's a saint for sure.
Let's do some maker spotlights.
Go ahead. Who do you got?
So this week, and honestly, this is I think someone that reached out to me for a question, and what? Huh? Wait a second.
Yeah, who is it?
It's no, the page is not coming up for me. So it's throwing me. So I will correct the link. You go first. I got to find this link because either I typed it wrong or something happened.
Do, 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 do,
Shut
do,
up.
do, do. Do, do, do. All right. Shit. Now I'm lost.
Man, this is the broadcasting at its finest.
Oh my god. Well, welcome to episode number 1, where Dennis and I have zero
Oh, it
professionalism.
has an underscore at the end that I missed.
Okay.
So,
I'm ready, but you go ahead.
Okay. Who I have this week is fuck, where'd it go? Damn it. Man, I am batting zero. Forgy McForgeface, which just the name of the profile got me. And so this guy reached out with a question. He's up in Canada. So, and we were chit chatting about, I went back and forth on some questions he had, but thought I'd shout him out. Forgy Mc, I don't know his actual name, or at least I don't have it handy. But go check him out. He's got 529 followers. He's got some chef knives. He's got some, looks like some Skinner type knives, all kinds of stuff. So, but it's 4G, FORGEY underscore MC underscore forge underscore face with an underscore at the end, which is what I missed. So, 4G McForgeface up in Canada, go give him a follow and check him out. Well, I'll have the link in the show notes because that one was a mouthful.
I got it. It took me a minute, but I got it. Now I'm checking them out. Oh, I dig that deep edge.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are like that. That's really cool.
I see some, I don't know, these are fire pokers or steak. I don't know if they're steak flippers, fire pokers. Hard to tell. Yeah,
It's got like a little EDC kitchenish cleaver looking things, but I love that deep edge, low contrast. That's really cool.
Yeah,
that's a good one, man.
Yeah. So, who's
very cool?
Who's your maker spotlight this
Give
week?
that name one more time because that was a bitch to find. That's 4G underscore Mick MC underscore forge underscore face underscore.
Right. 4G Mick Forge face.
With a metric fuck ton of underscores.
Underscores.
All right. I'm giving them a follow there. That's for sure. Cool. This was really, 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 really cool, dude. So walking through the show, and I was talking to, can't remember who it was. Sorry. I think it was. I can't. I think talking in a conversation, and my attention kind of turns over to the right, and I look at this table, and I see some like cool. What are those things? Kiradashis.
Oh, Kiradashi. Yeah.
I wanted to say Kardashians. I'm not gonna lie.
Those are different tools.
Yeah, but they had some Kardashians, and I was like, oh, cool. That's really cool. I started checking it out, and then I kind of just wandered over the table, and I see two adults and a kid behind the table, and the guy says, oh, hey, check it out, and he'll tell you about him. Starts talking to me, chatting him up, and it turns out this kid, 10 years old, his name is Adam. I didn't catch his last name, but he's on Facebook, and the Forge name is Imperial Forge LLC. He's only on Facebook, but 10-year-old maker, and this dude was absolutely bringing the thunder. His entire table was full of just some really awesome things. The Kardashians, a bunch of hunters, full polish, like some edge stuff. Like it was just fucking badass. I was so impressed.
I'm looking at the picture of the table now. This is incredible.
Yeah, absolutely incredible, dude. Like, and he murdered the show. Like, absolutely murdered it. And I am so I am so bummed that I was talking to him, started chatting him, introduced myself, into Lawrence. We got, made sure that he, was going to be going through Lawrence to get his stuff. Him and his, Lawrence and his dad had some really weird CPA connection thing going. That was super awkward for me, but no. Listen to two accountants talk.
Accountants. Yeah. I used to work at an accounting company. Yeah, that's pretty spooky.
Yeah. No, that was cool though. But good parents is what I'm trying to get at. Supportive. And this 10-year-old walked me through his table in detail, handle material, finishes, knife styles. Man, I was absolutely blown away. So impressed by, and just just excited for the future that our community is in when we got young men like this. We featured a handful of younger makers as spotlights on here, and it's incredible to see. He had a video of him, doing all the making. Playing on the table in case you're going to try to call bullshit like you didn't do, and he's got some reels too on the on his page of him grinding stuff and getting busy, man. It was so awesome.
You know what you guys have in common? Have you
What's
seen
that?
the picture of his grinder? He's
Um,
got a Miami Vice grinder. His
oh
grinder
shit.
is purple and green,
That's
or either
so
that or it's
awesome.
the Incredible Hulk, one of the two.
Oh, there's no green in mine, but he does have a cool ass grinder. I'm seeing that now. Yeah.
I thought it was green in yours. Yours just purple?
Miami Vice is purple and like really, really hot pink and hot blue.
Oh,
There's no green in it. Get out of here.
okay. Sorry. It was all the other gay colors.
Canadian. I mean, yeah, but yeah, you get it. So anyways, shout out to Adam, to his parents. This 10-year-old was just absolutely killing it. Make sure you go, if you're on Facebook, you're over 40 obviously, but go check that out. Give him a follow, and support it. But I was bummed because I got sidetracked after I started talking with him, took a picture, did all that. I even let him know I don't ever do that, but like as soon as after I talked with him, I was like, hey, check out the podcast. I'm going to feature you on this, on the next episode, because I'm just wowed by what you're doing. I walked away and I never got back to the table because I was 100% going to buy one of this kid's knives. So I still will, but it was a missed opportunity there on my part. But I come back today or today I start seeing some posts, and you know, I wasn't the only one that noticed him. So I think Jordan JB Blades had, posted a picture of him, but it was just super cool. And you got to check this kid out. He's killing it. 10 years old.
Yeah, that's incredible. And I love stories like this. Like the 10 is definitely the youngest.
Yeah, for sure. For me. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had behind us, God, why am I blanking on his name in Atlanta?
Little
Sergio's
Blackie Forge, or
yeah, a little Black Ironworks, but I'm trying
yeah.
to remember his name. Why am I blanking on his name? I know his father's name. I can't remember his name. But yeah, but he's like 14, 15 now. But it's great to see someone as young as 10. That's really cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Easton.
Easton, yes, thank you. God.
Yes.
Sorry, Easton.
No, all good. If I need to remember it, it's not coming out of my fucked up head. So
Yeah.
But that was really, really cool. I just have to go check him out.
Yeah.
Imperial Forge LLC on Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Well, it sounds like you had a fabulous time. I'm sorry I missed it. And honestly, I do miss we do get a little bit of chance to walk around, but it's not the dedicated time that when I'm at Texas, when I don't have a table, because I always have this nagging thing in the back of my head. Oh, I should be back at my table selling stuff or talking to people. So that part was, I envy being able to be the free spirit nomad and walk around. So
Yeah, it was by far the to date for me. And I think again, a lot of that has to do with like where you're at. Like Blade Show West my first one was the most overwhelming, awesome thing I'd ever been to in my life, right? And then we get to Blade Atlanta, and I'm just like, heads, on fire.
Yeah.
But then, we're on the other side of the table, and we're, Dylan talking with the people and doing all that, which is a great experience all in itself. But the ability to, and know a few people now, and
People know you more, a lot more.
Yeah, a lot more. That's for sure. Crazy
And
people.
what the number one thing this tells me is we have to do something for the podcast for Atlanta, like shirts and stickers, and we got to get something.
That was a missed opportunity.
Yeah,
on my part. I should have at least stickers. We got this fancy new logo from our buddy. Help me out, Reaper.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Bobby,
my wife did a couple. Yeah, Bobby from Reaper Manufacturing. Yeah, so we got to do that for sure.
Yeah, well, Atlanta, we're definitely going to have some at least some stickers, if not some T-shirts. We'll figure something out.
Yeah, at minimum. So yeah, that was really cool. But I do want to just before we wrap up here, I did get tracked down by John Chandler. I'm walking through the show. I hear Jerid, and I turn around and on set, because Friday it was hot as hell. I wasn't wearing that damn vest. With no chance in hell. But on Saturday it was nice and cold, so I wore the vest, and they stuck out like a sore thumb in there. But I got as we were walking in, I get some people, oh, hey, I like your vest. I was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Those are pity people,
I guess, whatever it was. But Lawrence was dying. I'm like, that's 5. We're not even in the damn building yet, dude. So I'm telling you guys.
Wait, did they say they like your vest, or did they go, bless his heart?
No. The first one was a homeless dude. I thought that was great. He was like, "Oh man, I like your vest." But what am I trying to get at?
You took it off and give it to him.
Yeah, but that was cool. Took a picture with him. Met Jeff Carey from Armored Up. A really cool time. Guy from Dominion Blades named Jimmy Rogers, I believe. Right as we were leaving, I hear my name in the, and I turn around and he's like, I wasn't going to leave here without meeting Jerid from Echo Blades and checking that vest out, and just fucking awesome dude. Really cool to have a listener come up to you and start hitting us. He hit us with the, I'm one of the original 5, and I'm like, it's not original. It's the top count. Like, it's not an exclusive club, dude. I promise you. I'm sorry you're in it, but hit me with the Jeriding things, just a bunch of the standard stuff that we talk about on our podcast. It was really cool. Turns out he's super local, and when I go back in a couple weeks, I'm going to make sure to have dinner with him. I think Jeff and I are going to try to get together. So I'm looking forward to heading back up to Fort Worth and hanging out. So again, if you guys are in the area during the week, I think it's the 24th, I'll talk about it again. But yeah, hit me up, because I got training all day, but I'm ready to, drink a bunch of sparkling water and eat some barbecue.
Yeah, you got to redeem yourself on the barbecue.
Yeah, I do.
You do.
I lived. It was all right.
All right, man. Well, that sounds like a shoe.
A what? A shoe?
A shoe.
What is a shoe?
See, I'm older than you. You that was a Ed Sullivan imitation.
I don't know that.
You were such a young pup. You've never heard the Ed Sullivan Show?
Well, I've never had a student that was the same age as me that's retired either. So go fuck yourself. Yeah, no. Let's get out of here.
All right.
I like it.
All right. Bye.
Later. Guarantee you Lawrence is going to message me. You didn't say this. Yeah. And that's a wrap.
It was at this moment that he knew he fucked up.